Hello, K-drama fans. Welcome back to our channel. In the preview of the final episode of Dynamite Kiss, we are surprised right from the beginning by an extremely tense and mysterious scene. Darim appears completely desperate, running through the hospital entrance, in tears, repeatedly shouting the name of Gong Ji-hyeok. At that moment, the drama once again warns us to prepare our hearts, because everything indicates that we are about to experience an epic, intense, and unpredictable ending, where literally anything can happen. In the preview of episode 14, we finally see the long-awaited revenge of Gong Ji-hyeok. Now knowing the whole truth, he faces his enemies head-on. His own sister, Gong Ji-hyeok, and her accomplice are finally exposed and unmasked in front of the entire press, ironically summoned by themselves. The plan was ambitious and cruel, to push Ji-hyeok out of the company and bring down the president using a manipulated assembly, counting on the support of shareholders in an extremely well-orchestrated scheme. Ji-hyeok's father is left in complete shock upon discovering that his own daughter was behind everything, trying to remove him from the presidency of the company. In one of the most satisfying scenes of the preview, he even becomes ill upon hearing the revelation. And let's be honest, after everything he has done, especially for daring to lay a hand on Darim's face, it is impossible to feel any sympathy for this man. At the same time, when everything seemed to be going well for the villains, Gong Ji-hyeok firmly steps in. He agrees that the assembly is illegal and publicly declares that although the president is indeed not the right person to continue leading the company, neither will he himself. In a surprising and powerful move, he presents a new candidate, his mother, who finally returns to take the position that had always been rightfully hers. Ji-hyeok then publicly exposes all the fraud committed by his sister, her accomplice, and even his own father, revealing crimes from the past, including illegal maneuvers used to remove his mother from the company years ago. Defeated, Gong Ji-hyeok appears in a deeply bitter scene, lamenting that her plan failed just when she was so close to finally becoming president. Meanwhile, her accomplice suffers the consequences of his actions as he is humiliated and assaulted by his father like a child, after having his name linked to fraud, financial crimes, and even the fire at his own family's gallery. The most infuriating part is that, even with everything exposed, he shows no remorse at all. On the contrary, he displays only blind hatred toward Gong Ji-hyeok, claiming that if it weren't for him, everything would have worked out, and bitterly complaining that Ji-hyeok always shows up to ruin his plans. In another scene from the preview, after all the chaos and finally fulfilling his promise to clear Darim's name, Gong Ji-hyeok appears on the phone explaining everything that happened. He tells her that his plans worked, that everything ended well, and that they can finally be together again. Emotional, Ji-hyeok tells her that he's going to pick her up, saying that the time has come for them to live this love without any more obstacles. However, while he is speaking, with the phone still connected, the tension explodes. We see a horrifying scene in which a car appears at high speed, dangerously approaching Gong Ji-hyeok. Suddenly, he stops responding to Darim on the phone, leaving behind a terrifying silence. In the last scene of the trailer for the final episode of Dynamite Kiss, we return to the hospital, where we see Darim completely desperate, crying inconsolably, screaming Gong Ji-hyeok's name through the corridors. What could have happened to him? Was that line from Ki-yong's brother, saying that now it was Ji-hyeok's turn, already a dark warning that there were plans to take our protagonist's life? And what about the long-awaited happy ending? Will the promise of marriage made by Ji-hyeok to Darim finally come true? Will we get the engagement proposal we've been waiting for so long? Now we want to hear from you. What do you think will happen in the ending of Dynamite Kiss? Leave your final theories about the drama in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our K-drama content.